Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother ISRAELITES from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you, Negro, Latino, and Indigenous, who are the biblical Israelites. And before we start, we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Brakatham, Rakakadash. That Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya. It's Yahweh, the creator of all, the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, simply speaking. And we give double honors to elders in GMS where we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down in the highways and byways, giving the 100% truth. Shalom to you. And shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, La Bakar, in the Hebrew, that are about to be saved. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. The date today, it is February 3rd of 2025. And what's been on the news lately, Donald Trump has put tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. And what do these bankers always say? Tariff wars lead to actual wars. So that's the time we're in, brothers and sisters. But I want to do a lesson on the Edomites and what they have done to our nation. And the Lord has not forgotten it. Okay? And this is from Bartolomé de las Casas. You see what they were doing to the Taíno Indians, feeding our children to dogs, ripping them apart, smashing them. Something out of the book of Maccabees as well. So you have to understand that these people have sown genocide, have sown slavery, and the Lord isn't allow them to cultivate that. Right? You reap what you sow. So let's read it. Let's find that information about these Edomites, these Caucasian people, that the Lord has indignation forever. Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. And woe means destruction. So destruction, death to the bloody city. And it's talking about America. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of the whip. Right? Because why? Because it was known for slavery, right? The crackers, right? The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering sword, and the glittering spear, Salakia. And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is no end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpse. Now, if you ever read anything by the conquistadors, by Hernán Cortés, they said that whenever they took Tenochtitlan in the final battle, the Aztecs came out, which were suffering from smallpox and yellow fever, and they came out with swords to fight, but they were already done for, right? They had no power, they had no strength to fight, but yet they still went out and got put to death by the Spaniards. And so many bodies were scattered all over the city, and they said that what was done in 70 AD in Jerusalem was nothing compared to what they did there. And it tells you that this is what it reminds me of. It says, the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is no end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpse. And then what do? They had a great big meal and got drunk with the wine of Noah. Verse 4, because the multitude of whoredoms of the well-flavored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations, through her whoredoms and families, through her witchcraft, right? And that's so-called America. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And we're going to get a verse to get understanding on that. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That's talking about America, right? The United States of Babylon. Sit on the ground, and there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the river. So what is being said here? Take the millstone and grind. Basically saying, you've been a delicate woman. You've never worked for yourself. You've had slaves. Now you're going to be the slave. Now you're going to get to work, right? And then it says, bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Why? Because in the ancient days, women who wore dresses to cross the river, they would lift up their dress so they wouldn't get it wet. But in doing so, they're exposing their leg. And we just read in the book of Nahum that the Lord was to lift up the dress to their face, which is basically expose America and their lies, right? It's being said the same thing. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh. Sit thou silent and get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, right? Because there has never been a war, right, until after the Constitution. There was a civil war and all this stuff, and that's why they had to declare and repatriate and all this stuff, right? But there has never been an invasion of other countries to come in here in America, right? But that's about to change. That's about to change them. So you know that there's going to be race wars. There's going to be soldiers from other like the UN are going to come and send soldiers here, because Americans are not going to go against Americans. They already asked the military, and they said we won't go against American people. So what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to bring soldiers from abroad. Sit thou silent and get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wrought with my people, and I have polluted my inheritance, and give them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient. Has thou very heavily led thy yoke, right? Because they went way far than the Lord was allow us to get punished. They were raping little children and men and women, and they just went beyond all that. And thou sayest, shall be a lady forever, so thou dost not lay these things to thy heart, neither did remember the later end of it. Because America has never thought how that is going to fall. It's going to be there forever. Therefore hear now this, that thou art given to pleasure, that dwellest in carelessness, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me, right? Because these people think that they're like God, that they have the best technology. They're creating genetically modified fruits and animals, and they think they're the Most High. And they think they create better things than the Creator of heaven and earth. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments, right? For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, right? Because they do all these things in darkness, in skull and bones, the elites, right? Where prying eyes aren't around, but the Lord has his bright eyes are more than 10,000. You can't hide from the Lord. None see me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me, right? Because they believe they're gods, right? They have that God complex. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right? Because this place is going to be utterly destroyed. It's going to be a desolation and abomination. This place has a judgment of the Lord, and there is no one that could save these people from it. That's what time we're in, brothers and sisters. Our yoke is about to be broken during Jacob's trouble. Civil war is coming. World War III is upon us. And the second coming of Yahushua Mashiach is at hand. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Barakatham. Rakakadash. He that have ears, let him hear. Shalom.